What's up, y'all? Yeah, back in the hospital. Sunday, I lost feeling in my right leg. Y'all remember I had trouble with my left leg at the beginning of the year? That feeling never came back, but then I started experiencing issues with my right leg, and now I can't sit up or walk without excruciating pain, my blood pressure going sky high, and feeling like I'm gonna pass out. It's like my body can't hold my weight. And like I get weak in my legs. I don't know if it's a pinched nerve or something in my back or what it is, but trying to figure it out. But the main reason I'm making this video is because I never really thought I was gonna have to experience this period, but being a black woman with this American healthcare system is sad. Sad. The reason I say that, don't mind my nails. The reason I say that is because I'm gonna take y'all back to when I was pregnant with Brooklyn. When after I had Brooklyn, they didn't tell me I lost a lot of blood when I had her. I just remember waking up. First of all, let's let's start about in the delivery room. I had a C-section, but with my C-section with Brooklyn, I didn't get an epidural. I had to be put to sleep because I have a mass in my back. So before they put me to sleep, the nurses, one of the nurses was leaning on my legs, just like this, having a full blown conversation with somebody. Mind you, I don't have epidural, so I can feel you on my leg. I had to pull the mask off to tell the anesthesiologist to tell her to get off of me because I can feel her leaning on me. Like I was just a part of the furniture. Then, after I had Brooklyn, I lost a lot of blood. No one told me this till 2 days afterwards when I'm feeling lightheaded and about to pass out and not feeling normal. Even in most of my pictures, if you go back and look at them, you can see like the light looks like it's been taken out of my face because I was just trying to portray, oh, I'm good, I'm fine, when I really wasn't, just for like pictures and my kids' sake. But yesterday took the cake for me. And I had to be brought here by ambulance. I get here, I told them all my symptoms that I had before because I knew that was going to make a difference. Because this is the same hospital I was in January. I just kept feeling like I was being very dismissed, and it was like, "Oh, it's just sciatica. Oh, it's just sciatica." No, it's not because I know what that felt like. I had two 10-pound babies. Yeah, I had sciatica. This ain't it. So, and they just basically gave me muscle relaxer and some other stuff, and was like, "Okay, you can go home now." Mind you, I cannot sit up. I cannot even get in. I had to be brought by ambulance here. So I couldn't even make it to my car to bring myself here. I can't even sit up to go to the bathroom. That's how bad this is. I've been having pain, muscle spasms, you name it. If I move too much, it's gonna be hell. I literally had to go off. When they pushed me, they took me out of the bed, and I heard them say, "We need to get her out of there because we need this room. We got other patients we can put in here." Like I was just nobody. And I'm telling them before I leave, I still can't sit up. I'm still in a lot of pain. I'm still feeling like I'm going to pass out when y'all sit me up. That didn't matter to them until I got to the emergency room, waiting for my husband to come get me, and fell out of the darn wheelchair they put me in because I couldn't sit up. I literally had to go clear off in the waiting room. Not something I normally do in public. And I yelled, "If y'all don't document in my chart that this is how you're sending me home, it's going to be a problem." Saying, I don't know what that did, but they was like, "We don't even have to let you wait out here and come back in. We're just going to reopen your file because you never really left the hospital and bring you straight back." And every time I told them something, they was like, at first they didn't even want to give me a room. They put me in a chair in the hallway. Mind you, I cannot sit up properly. When I'm laying flat on the bed, I'm fine. They tell me the doctor, he didn't look like me. So the doctor, he was like, well, there's not much enough. What else do you want me to do for you? There's not much else I can do for you. I seen your neuro exam and it looks fine. I didn't have a neuro exam here. I have not had a neuro exam and evaluation since January. So he was going off of what he's seen in my charts from January. It's September. How much can change in between January and now? A lot. So eventually shift change came. I'm still sitting there waiting. He told me he was going to give me more pain medicine, see how that works for me. Never got the pain medicine downstairs. I got back. I got technically I got discharged at 5 o'clock, around 4 or 5 o'clock, and taken back to the ER after I fell in the emergency room waiting room, and did not get up. Did not find out I was being admitted to about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and this is what after I got a different doctor who looked like me, and she was like, so the neurologist came by and they said everything looks great. I'm like, I didn't see a neurologist today. I only seen one doctor, the doctor who seen me when I first got rolled into this room, into the emergency room. She was like, but they keep saying that you've seen a neurologist and you had an extensive workup. I said, yeah, in January. So she went back to look at my chart and everything that was going on. And I explained to her exactly what happened from January up until now. I've been taking extensive notes since I started going to the doctor. From the time I got left in the room and seen my chart up on the darn computer, I just started taking notes. Everybody who seen me, touch me, talk to me, it's noted for my sake, and so I want to keep repeating myself about things. But it was crazy. I felt like I just kept being dismissed. I don't know if it's because and it was what really ticked me off was there was a patient. We were in the hallway of the emergency room. They didn't have any other private rooms for us in the emergency room, so they put us in what they call hallway spots. I'm in hallway spot C. He's in hallway spot B, directly in front of me. My nurse told me, she's like, wow, that's crazy. You and that guy have the same symptoms, same situation going on. I watched a doctor that didn't look like me walk over to that patient and was like, wow, you're still having trouble. And his wife said the same exact thing. I said, there's no way I can get him in the house. I told this doctor right before he walked over to him, he was sitting with me. There's no way I can make it into my car, let alone walk down a few little stairs to get into my apartment. I can't even sit up without my blood pressure going 170 something over 10 something. So there's a problem. So if you're not going to do anything else, put it in my chart, just so we will have a record of this. So he was like, okay, just wait here. He went over to the other man, tells him, you know what? Since you're having so many troubles, I'm going to admit you to the hospital. That fool went upstairs like that. I didn't find out I was being admitted to 2 hours after they took him upstairs. Mind you, he came in the hospital after I did. That's not the point. It's just like, why don't doctors take black women seriously when they're telling you we're in pain? I don't know who the hell told y'all we have this high pain tolerance and we could just push through anything. That's a fucking lie. We're people too. We are people too, with real deal feelings, real deal pains and issues. So stop dismissing us like we're nothing. Why did it take me getting a whole different doctor? Shout out to Dr. Ellis. Shout out to Dr. Ellis. I knew you was gonna be the truth because I like the Ellis's Dead Ass podcast and stuff. When I seen your name was Ellis, I knew you was gonna look out for me. I felt it in my spirit. So shout out to you, Dr. Ellis, for taking my concerns seriously. But why did it take a different doctor to understand that I'm in pain? I literally had to try to sit up to show her this is what happens if I sit up. Now go take my blood pressure and watch what happens. Blood pressure sky high. My head is pounding because my pressure is so high. But y'all want to send me home. So what if I got home and didn't make it? This healthcare system in America is crazy. Crazy. And that's not even a kicker. When I called 911, who's supposed to help you in emergency situations, I got hung up on twice. Then I told there might not be an ambulance available to take me because there's a shortage. They sent the fire department to my house. Three lovely gentlemen who I've seen come fix the fire hydrants in my neighborhood plenty of times. Sent them to my house. They get there, do an assessment of me, tell me, yeah, you definitely need an ambulance, but unfortunately, we're not the ambulance. We're the fire department. We're going to try to order you one. It took an hour for an ambulance to come to me. I live 5 minutes from the hospital. I can walk from my apartment to the hospital. It won't take me 5 minutes to get here if I walk, but that's how close I live to the hospital. I live that close for a reason because my son had medical issues. But I have never been so disappointed in American healthcare system ever until these past few years. It's sad. Like, why did I have to raise hell in order to get help? What I came here for. Yesterday I felt like the healthcare system is not about healing anymore. It's about the bag. Let's hurry up, get these people in, and if they got insurance, let's run it up. And if they don't, get give them something to heal and push them out. Mind you, I do have insurance, but it it's crazy and it's sad. We got to do better. This healthcare system has to be better and start taking black women seriously. Not just black women, just black people seriously. Like, I don't know where y'all getting y'all research or y'all studies from, but y'all need to include us in those because the treatment that you give people that don't look like me doesn't have the same effect on us. We're different. Y'all just got to do better. Shout out to all the nurses. The nurses have been amazing here. But I'll keep y'all posted. I will keep y'all posted.